What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today is day 4 of the 10 Days of Pumpkin here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today comes from the New Belgium Brewing Company, and they're out of Fort Collins, Colorado. And this is their Voodoo Ranger Atomic Pumpkin. So this is a pumpkin ale that is brewed with pumpkin juice, Saigon Cinnamon, and 3 different peppers: Habanero, Aji, and Del Arbol. This comes in at 6.4% alcohol by volume, 10 IBUs in the time of review. I don't know exactly how old this bottle is, but it does have a best by or enjoy by date, scratch that, enjoy by date of January 12th, 2020. And we're about 2.5 months away from that date. So this should be relatively fresh. So New Belgium started getting distribution in my area about 2 or 3 years ago, and I've seen this the last couple of years on shelves, and I've never grabbed it. So this year I wanted to give it a go, and it's funny because I picked up most of the beers for the 10 days of pumpkin this past weekend, and a lot of them were hard to find, and this was the hardest to find. So I saw this all over Western New York, really in September and early October. And I just wanted to buy a single bottle, of course, because I'm not going to buy a 6-pack of this when I'm doing the 10 Days of Pumpkin, and I've never had it before. So just want to buy a single bottle, and I could not find a single bottle. I had to go to 6 different places, half a dozen different places to finally grab a single bottle of this. So live and learn. Next time I want a beer for the 10 Days of Pumpkin, I got to grab them when they come out, which is usually like July, August, September. So yeah, it was a kind of pain in the ass to get this one, but I'm really excited to give this one a go. I've heard mixed reviews on this one. Some people love it, some people hate it. I like peppers, and when it comes to pepper beers, as long as it's well integrated into the base, I'm usually all about it. I'm not sure how it's going to work in a pumpkin beer, but it should work probably well with like the cinnamon and the spiciness in general. Hopefully they don't overdo it. I'm looking for like just a small little burn on the back of the throat, and that's about it. Anyway, let's pour this into the glass and see what we got going on here. I will do about that much or so. Throw this over here. Yeah, that pours out this really, this honestly looks like Pumpkinhead Ale from day one from Shipyard. It has this, just looks like a nice Pilsner. It's a little bit darker, has more of orange color to it than like a straw golden color. Had about a half finger of a creamy looking colored head, pretty much off-white. It is dissipated into maybe like an eighth of a head or eighth of a finger of head here. Yeah, it looks nice. It looks kind of what you expect from a pumpkin beer nowadays, especially something that isn't crazy like a pumpkin stout or, a barley wine or something. That actually smells quite pleasant. Picking up on the cinnamon for sure. I don't know if they're using any other spices here. It just says on it here, just cinnamon, pumpkin juice, and the habanero peppers and the other 2 as well. But I'm getting like cinnamon for sure. Yeah, big cinnamon actually. And it's mixing with that pepper, so I don't know where the spice ends from like the cinnamon and it begins with the spice from the pepper. But man, this has really nice aromatics. Like there's brown sugar or like a dark caramelized sugar underneath it. Definitely pumpkin pie filling-esque. This doesn't have like the graham cracker, crust of a, well, or just like if you have a pumpkin pie, it doesn't have the crust essence in here. It's more of the filling of the pumpkin pie. Cinnamon, I am getting something that would resemble maybe like a ginger a little bit, but this has a lot of like brown sugar, caramelized sugar, a little bit of vanilla too. Smells like pumpkin pie filling with whipped topping on top, That's what that whipped cream basically, and that's what it comes down to for me. Not really picking up a ton on the peppers. Like I said, I don't know where the cinnamon stops and the peppers begin, or the peppers begin and the cinnamon stops. Kind of getting lost in the shuffle here. Yeah, it doesn't smell spicy, but it actually smells really damn good. So let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. There's the habanero, or the peppers in general. Wow, this has a nice spiciness in the back end. I like this. I like this quite a bit, actually. So the aroma pretty much carries over about 90%. Pumpkin pie filling. It just has sweet, darker caramelized sugars, brown sugar. It has a little bit of that vanilla that I was talking about, like the whipped cream. Cinnamon is there. A little bit of nutmeg now, not getting as much ginger. Passes through the palate about mid to 2/3 of the way through. You're hit with habanero. It has this like nice habanero slight citrus kick to it that you would get from an actual habanero. A little bit of earthiness. And then on the finish, there's this lingering slight spice in the back of the throat. It's noticeable, but it's not, it just has a slight spiciness. It's not, I think if you like spiciness in general, you probably should be able to handle this. This isn't crazy. Also, I apologize. I believe there are cops going by or something, maybe an ambulance. It just went by. This is really nice. Body on this one at 6.4%. It's like medium, lower side of medium. It's fine. The mouth feels really cool in this. Right up front, it has this nice, smooth, soft, almost slightly creamy kick. But then the carbonation kind of punches you mid-palate, and it kind of it blends in with that spicy habanero, that cinnamon and nutmeg. And this is a cool beer. I like this. It's not amazing or anything, but I think if you like I said, if you like peppers and you like pepper beers, this has enough nuanced habanero and general pepper characteristics that I think you could dig it. And if you don't like peppers and you can tolerate a little bit of heat, I think you'd like this one as well. I think I'd only want to drink a single bottle of this. I think 2 or 3 bottles, that heat might be a little bit overwhelming for someone like myself. 6.4%, I can't really tell if there's any alcohol stringency or booziness because you get the pepper kick, so it's kind of knocking everything away. Yeah, this is nice. Wow, this is way better than I thought it was going to be. Again, I don't go into reviews with preconceived notions. Like, I don't sit there and go, okay, it's New Belgium, it's a habanero pumpkin beer, I'm totally going to give it a 3 out of 5 or whatever. But, you know, I do have some thoughts and general opinions of what I think this beer might be, but I always give it a fair chance, and I'm glad I gave Pumpkinhead Ale from Shipyard a fair chance on day 1. Because that beer was pretty solid. I used to hate it. I like it now. And this one, I didn't know what to really think about it, and I think I enjoy this one. So Voodoo Ranger Atomic Pumpkin from New Belgium. I'm going to give this a high 4 out of 5 and go 4.1 out of 5. I know this is a polarizing beer. There'll be people that drink this one and be like, never. I will never drink that again. It's disgusting. I know there's people that drink this one and be like, this is super fantastic. For me, I'm leaning towards the super fantastic side of things. I really enjoy it. I think you get enough of the pumpkin pie, pumpkin essence you get from a pumpkin spice beer, but then you get the habanero peppers, has a nice blend and cohesive feel to the beer in general. So I'm digging it. So yeah, 4.1 out of 5 for Voodoo Ranger Atomic Pumpkin from New Belgium. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Price and availability, wherever New Belgium gets distribution, which is pretty much everywhere. So if you see New Belgium, you get Fat Tire, you probably get this one. And price point, I think it was $10.49, something like that, a 6-pack. I think I paid like, I want to say I paid like $1.69, $1.79 a bottle. So yeah, reasonably priced, especially for something that has habanero peppers and a bunch of peppers in it. And it's a 6.4% pumpkin ale. I think it's good value. So yeah, I'm quite surprised about this one. I liked it quite a bit. So anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. This was day 4 of the 10 Days of Pumpkin. Check back tomorrow for day 5, where I'll be reviewing another pumpkin beer because it never ends. Actually, it's going to end on day 10, but a lot of pumpkin beers, and I'm enjoying it so far. So thanks again. To the next one. Cheers. Oh, by the way, I didn't really mention the sweetness in this one. It does have a sweeter, it finishes a little bit to the sweeter side than it does like more of a, it has like a slightly dry finish because of the cinnamon and the pepper, but this has a little bit of a residual sweetness, which I think kind of offsets that pepper spice in the end. So yeah, like I said, well cohesive, well balanced. Anyway, cheers.